Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in your back now? Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Alright guys, back again. This is fight number 13. Want to once again thank Galactus Girl for the fight, for fight number 12 with Sauron and Manbat. This fight comes from MageGrayWolf, and he puts the likes of Hardware from DC Comics versus War Machine, Jim Rhodes, from Marvel Comics. So we have Hardware versus War Machine, even though Jim now is Iron Patriot, but it doesn't matter. So let's start off with Hardware, one of the late great Dwayne McDuffie's creations. God bless him. All right, so first of all, let's just kind of run through this a little bit quick. His real name is Curtis Metcalf, and he's a genius inventor. Pretty much think Iron Man, but just African American, pretty much. That's the best way to describe him. And he created his own suit of armor and tech to deal with the crime syndicate known as the System. I believe that was the name of it. I'm trying to remember. As for what Hardware's armor can do, it's pretty tight, pretty cool. It's pretty much, like I said, he's a brilliant, intelligent inventor, science prodigy. He makes breakthroughs in pretty much a lot of fields, including nanotechnology and things like that. Curtis is also trained in martial arts. And his high-tech armor suit increases his strength, his durability. It's bulletproof. He also has voice synthesizers and onboard computers. He has a forearm-mounted round cannon that shoots like barrels. He calls it the Omni Cannon. He has a plasma whip. He has a retractable sword. He has jetpacks as well, and he has red solar lasers in his gauntlets. Like I said, Hardware is a great character, but it saddens me that DC is not using him properly, and there are times where that's where I really just say, screw the New 52. Because they are dropping the ball, especially with a character like this. They could do so much with this character, but they don't. I would love to see Hardware on the Justice League or something like that. But Curtis Metcalf is a great character. God bless Dwayne McDuffie and Denny Colwell. I think I'm pronouncing his name wrong, for creating the character. And like I said, Hardware, great character. So, move on to his combatant in this, and everybody should know this guy right here, Mr. James Rhodes, War Machine. Like I said, technically, James is no longer War Machine now. He is the Iron Patriot. I could care less, really. The book is good, though. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty good. But what is the War Machine armor? Basically, what is its capabilities? Well, first of all, the man inside Jim Rhodes is a tactical genius. He's a soldier. So he's got the military know-how, the military combat training, the tactical skills, you name it, he's got it. But as for the armor itself, the War Machine armor was always supposed to be, in sense, as they call it, the Variety Threat Response Battle Suit. It was so pretty much it is the Iron Man armor Mach X. It is a heavy duty armor, pretty much, and its ornaments pretty much have repulsors, as you all know. Rhodey has, of course, the famous wrist-mounted twin barrel cannons. He's got the flamethrower, the energy blades, the force field generators. He's got, of course, the famous shoulder-mounted Gatling gun, the rocket launcher on one other side. He's also got a portable particle cannon. And the armor is the first armor is twice as thicker than the original armor of the Iron Man armor. But later on, the suit started to get a little sleeker and get more enhanced in terms of giving Rhodey more speed, not just having him be like a clunky, big, walking tank. For example, later on, when Tony remade it, it pretty much had pretty much the standards of all the other of the ornaments of what I just said, but it pretty much became more sleeker. It added tech to it that pretty much rendered him immune to like system attacks, viruses, and things like that. The War Machine armor was a combination of titanium and vibranium. So there were a lot of things that were added, especially later on, that made Rhodey a bit more suitable for more like facing opponents that maybe were a little faster than him. His response time was a little bit quicker than the original War Machine armor. So yeah, it was a cool. The War Machine armor is always cool to me. I love the design. You know, it's that basic black or grayish color, which is cool. You know, Rhodey is just a great character to me, and you know, Rhodey. I've always said this, and I'm gonna keep saying, I've never looked at Rhodey being, you know, the sidekick to Tony. He's Tony's best friend, and kind of like his brother from another mother. You know, somebody that Tony trusts with his life, and we've seen Rhodey step up big time to keep Tony safe and things like that. Hell, even been Iron Man for a while Tony was recovering from his drinking alcoholism. So War Machine's a cool character, no doubt about it. So the battle breakdown. This would be very interesting. I would love to see these two meet, but not in combat, but more on the basis of they're teaming up to battle somebody, a common threat. But fat chance we'll ever see that, because DC enemy, Marvel enemy, yeah, whatever. But when you think about the two men behind the armors, you got Curtis Metcalf, who is very intelligent. He pretty much is Tony, like I said, just African American. While you have Rhodey, who is learned from Tony, but he also has brings his own tools to the trade as well. But it's also a combination. Is Hardware's armor more powerful? Is Rhodey's armor more powerful? You know, I just went down the end all be all for each one's armor. Can the repulsors damage Hardware's armor? Can Hardware's red laser damage Rhodey's armor? You know, but also, you know, is Hardware up to dealing with vibranium? You know, he's never dealt with anything like that, but he is a very intelligent man, and I would sense that these two would go at it for a while, but then later on realize that they're not one's enemy. They're not enemies. Why are they fighting? You know, once again, you know, that whole cliche of, you know, the heroes. You know, I don't know you, you don't know me. Okay, first we have to fight. Then it's almost like through connections of one's fists, then we get the truth. You know, communicating through fists. But for me, guys, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna stay out of this one, guys. I'm stay neutral because I don't want to play favorites because I like both of the characters. So I'm gonna stay neutral, but I leave it up to you guys. Hardware, aka Curtis Metcalf, or War Machine, James Jim Rhodes. And I want to thank MageGrayWolf for the fight. Thank you. You gave me a hard one, man, because like I said, I have respect and love both of these characters, but I did enjoy them. But other than that, guys, I will move on to the last fight for today, and it'll be two characters that I've never had in my fantasy fights: Danny Phantom and Ghost Freak. So I will see you guys real soon. Take care. And you know the slogan. Just read it, guys.